If this is you, you know the ache all too well. The silence on the other end of the phone, the unanswered messages, the way her attention drifts everywhere but toward you. Maybe this feels familiar. You replay every moment in your head, wondering what you did wrong, why her warmth turned cold, why her eyes stopped lighting up when you walked in the room. You tell yourself to stay strong, but the sting of being invisible cuts deeper than words. It's not just about her ignoring you, it's about what it makes you believe about yourself. Have you ever asked yourself what would happen if you stopped chasing, stopped begging, and gave her nothing but the silence she gave you? Most men get this wrong because they react instead of lead. When she pulls away, their first instinct is to chase, to explain, to prove their worth and effort. But that only feeds her distance and strips you of the calm strength she once respected. A man rooted in his center doesn't scramble for approval. He chooses where his energy goes, and he understands that silence is not weakness, but power. The core principle you were never taught is this: true masculinity is revealed not in how loudly you demand attention, but in how peacefully you withdraw it. When you stop trying to convince her and simply stand firm in who you are, you create the very contrast that makes her wonder why she ever overlooked you. The room is quiet except for the hum of the ceiling fan. Your phone lights up with nothing, no message, no call, no sign of her. You stare at it anyway, waiting, like a man standing at a locked door that used to open so easily. You remember how she once leaned into you, how her laughter used to fill the space, and now nothing, just silence. You feel the urge to reach out again, to type another message, to ask the questions burning in your chest. Did I matter? Do you even care? But this time your hand stays still. Instead of words, you let silence speak for you. You set the phone down, a strange calm spreading through you, as if for the first time you've chosen yourself over her approval. And in that silence, she notices, not immediately, but slowly. She scrolls through her phone, looking for your name, realizing it hasn't lit up her screen. She replays the moments when you were always there, always chasing, and now you're gone from the noise of her world. The silence you once feared now becomes the weight she can't escape, and you find yourself wondering, was this the power you held all along? One of the biggest lies men believe is that if they just do more, text more, explain more, chase harder, she'll come back around. But the truth is, every time you chase, you teach her to run. Real connection isn't built through pressure, it's built through presence. And presence can only exist when you respect yourself enough to be still. Another false belief is that her silence means you're not enough. That's the story you've been replaying in your head, but it's not reality. Often, it's not that you lack value, it's that you stopped embodying it. When you abandon your own center, you hand her the power to define your worth. She didn't ghost you, you disappeared from yourself. Your silence is not emptiness, it's gravity. The 3% man doesn't collapse when a woman pulls back, he expands. This is what he understands. Her silence isn't a command to chase, it's an invitation to stand firm in his own center. He knows that his value isn't determined by how quickly he can win her attention back, but by how deeply he remains grounded in who he is. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure. He doesn't beg for love, he embodies it. He doesn't demand respect, he carries himself in a way that earns it effortlessly. While most men try to convince a woman of their worth, the 3% man simply lives it. And in that calm, unshakable energy, she feels what words could never force. You sit there staring at the quiet glow of your phone, waiting for her name to appear, and in the stillness, something shifts. For the first time, you notice the weight of your own breath, the strength in your chest, the steady rhythm of your heart that has carried you through every loss and every storm. It dawns on you, this whole time you weren't waiting on her, you were waiting on yourself. The man who laughs freely, who walks into a room and commands it without trying, the man who once knew his own fire. And in that moment, you stop asking why she doesn't see you, and instead you remember that you see you. The silence that once felt like punishment now feels like power. It's not her absence that defines you, it's your presence that redefines everything. The moment you no longer need her attention is the moment she finally feels the weight of your absence.